Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's head up to Nashville for the Titans home opener. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener. And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like two losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here. Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers. I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Secondary 90, block 15. Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep, tighten up. And hut.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 17 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown. And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Rivers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hey, 52's the mic. You must get tired of seeing me.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's complete to John Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. To throw is Jackson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. John Ross, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. Rivers looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Block 11. I got you.
Third and long for Rivers. That'll be complete to Breida. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, They've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Jackson. This is the tight end Fant. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's Jackson to throw. It's complete to Graham. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. On 2nd down, Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check it out, check it out.
Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, they're working on it for a little bit. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He's got it. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Let's go.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Devontae Freeman. his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Watch the run.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On 1st down, here's Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw, Rivers. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Rivers. That's going to be caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
We play to win. Let's go.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rivers again. This is caught. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of that, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. And he's made it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time.
There he goes, right side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. He gets this one to Johnson. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Rivers now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Push him back.
On the delay, here's Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
A 55-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Jackson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Gets around him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Jump, jump, jump.
At the 37-yard line.
Say.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jackson swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Jackson now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10.
52's the mic right here.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dez Bryant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing again on second down. Rivers, they'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
390.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, a run with Breida. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big run by the big man Fournette, 52 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Throwing, Rivers. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Back now in Nashville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's got his tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins, for a Jags touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Breida on the draw. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Throwing Rivers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the first down sack. Rivers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Check 50, check 50.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Freeman again. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Well, a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
Flush to his, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. This is the tight end fan. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Rivers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. Now Rivers, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers, he'll get this into the hands of Breida.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Well, that last completion, certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Rivers. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Bernard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for